Hi guys, you're watching Simply Bewitching Crafts by Wendy. I'm Wendy and I just want to do a quick share of this simple craft. This is just a Timu mold and I've added a little tiny bit of oil and I'm just kind of spreading it with my fingers because I'm about to put air dry clay. It's the TCT Craft air dry clay, and if you go on the Simply Bewitching Crafts page, I have an affiliate link. You can just push that and order it if you want. I just chose to use white because what I will be working on is a Christmas picture, and originally I was going to use a bit of gold, and I did actually make them, and I put some gold tips on them. I painted them a brighter white, and then I just kind of tipped them in gold, and then I put them with the picture and went, yeah, no, that's not gonna work. So I went back to the cutting board, to the molding board, and I redid it, and I made 4 of these little corners. And I'll speed this up in a minute, so I'll let you guys just watch as I continue making this mold. Okay, I slowed it down here on purpose because a lot of people think that when you're taking this air dry clay out of a mold, you should go very gently and very slowly. And in fact, that usually causes it to tear. So what you're going to do is find your biggest, thickest point and just gently pry that out. And then you get your finger in there, rip it. See, now I did notice after the fact that the very tip of it folded over, but once the camera was off it, I just pushed it back. So you see the tiny tip up there? I just pushed it back over and it was perfectly usable. So yeah, when you're making these, it makes a beautiful mold, molded, shows you all the depth and all the little nooks and crannies. Then I took a board I bought at Dollar General store. I got this for $3 on sale, and I just covered it in white paint. And it is just an acrylic apple barrel white paint. You could use chalk paint and it would probably go a little faster because the chalk paint is of course thicker. I just happened to have this sitting there, so I went with it. And then I have this napkin that was sent to me in Happy Mail. Oh, y'all, I love this napkin. So you see me there prying the layers apart because, of course, you want to get down to the one single ply. And I put a little glue on my fingers and I just, get it tacky and sticky. And then you can usually just touch both sides and it pulls them apart perfectly. And voila, you have your single ply and you are ready to Mod Podge it on. Now I didn't use Mod Podge today. I had some clear Elmer's glue sitting beside me, so I just mixed it with a little bit of water and I went ahead and used that instead of Mod Podge, and it turned out really nice. Here you'll see I'm just using some water to do the tear out method. It makes it lay down better, but also it's going to give it a little bit more of an old look to it, which I wanted because this Santa is kind of an old vintage looking Santa. Sorry, there's a sports game on, so you'll hear my husband every now and again. Anyway, there you saw that I got it all ripped out. Of course, you can use your water pin if you want. Now I'm using that clear Elmer's glue and water mix I made to stick it down with. And I just kind of coat the whole top of it, and I pull back a little bit of the napkin and I work it down a little at a time, starting at the middle of the top part and then just pressing out. There was a little something on there, that's why you see me kind of rubbing it, just getting that little speck of something off of the little canvas, which I love that this was canvas. And I have to tell you guys, canvas really works well with sticking your napkins too. I'd never used it before, but it went down beautifully. There's hardly any wrinkles, and I really wouldn't have minded the wrinkles because it is that vintage antique look. So, but that's all right. It just turned out so lovely. I had considered taking this frame and actually whitewashing it, but I decided there was enough white in the middle and I liked the contrast, so I kept it in the brown frame. I love this picture frame. I may go back and see if they have some more. So I just used that glue water and went over the whole base of it again. And now I am taking some salt and glitter that I mixed together in a bowl and using that to put texturized snow around and a tiny bit onto the picture. I think that gives it a really nice texture, a little piece of the napkin in there. That gives it a really nice texture rather than just the glitter flat, and I really liked that. So I just went all the way around and I did the top of it as well. And then I decided after I got it all on there that I would go ahead and add a little bit in the picture. So I just put a little glue on the white snow parts of the tree. And then again, I just took my salt and glitter mix and it's just the coarse salt, you guys, like you would put on your pretzels. So I just mixed that because it gives it that nice textured snow look. And I just like the way it kind of, I don't know, it gives it a little more snowy lift. You see that texture? I see it there. Almost dipped my brush in the salt and glitter instead. This is where I started adding a little bit of glue into the white part of the Christmas trees that are there, or I guess just trees that have snow on them, so that I could add a little bit, not a lot, because I want the picture to stand out. So just a little bit of glitter and coarse salt. I am outside, so you hear people around. They're actually a long way away. I'm surprised I can hear them. And I was just adding it to the very top so that when you look at it, you can see it up at the top as well coming around, because, you know, make it have that illusion of snowfall. But I love the way this turned out. At the very end, you'll see the four corners that I made with the little mold. I just painted them white and then used the same coarse salt and glitter and glued them on, and I glued them on with that same clear Elmer's glue. I think it's stunning. Hope you guys like this. If you do, I hope you'll give me a like and follow and come hang out with us at Simply Bewitching Crafts. Thank you.